Hi everyone, my name is Mark Kwok, and today we're not talking about just one item, but I want to talk a little bit about my purchasing habits and how I choose what I'm going to buy. So if you follow this channel at all, you know that some of the things that I purchase are a little expensive, and so I get a lot of comments about that. And I do cover some cheap things as well. I mean, I talk about Shin Ramen, but a lot of the things I do cover are a little bit more premium, and there's a reason for that. So I want to talk about this idea of buying one nice thing versus many medium or not so nice things. For example, buying one very nice jacket versus buying 4 jackets from H&M that do effectively the same thing, but there's 4 of them as opposed to just one of them. So let's talk about it. Reason number 1 why I'd rather buy one nice thing than many not as nice things. Quality. Generally, the more expensive something is, the better quality that item is. And quality does mean a lot to me. Now, quality doesn't mean a lot to me for everything. There are some things where you don't really need a nice quality X or Y, but generally, I think we all agree we'd rather have quality if we can get it for the same price, right? It goes into my reason number 2, and that is generally longevity or durability. The better quality something is, the longer it's generally gonna last. I mean, clothing especially, things that have better fibers and are more durable, they're just gonna last longer, and you might actually end up keeping a jacket or pair of shoes for 5 years or 10 years, as opposed to a cheaper one that you might have to rebuy 3-4 times. Third, generally things that are higher quality and more expensive resell better. If you try to sell an H&M jacket, you might get, maybe you bought it for 40 bucks and you might get $5 from it. Or maybe no one wants to ever buy it because it's out of season, it's old, it's just an H&M jacket, people don't really care. So you actually lost $35 or even $40 over the course of that time. Now you used it, so you got value out of it, but you did lose that money. Let's say you had a nicer APC jacket, the one I mentioned previously. Let's say that was $150. But the thing is, when it comes time to sell, you have a much greater chance to be able to sell that thing and actually get a decent amount for it. So instead of spending $150, they can pay you $90 for it, and then they're better off, you're better off. And so really, you only spent $60 on the jacket over the course. You got its use, but then you also really only spent $60 because you recouped some of that money back. Fourth, there is an emotional element to your things, right? The Marie Kondo stuff, like have joy, spark joy with a thing, like that is real. And that's a feeling that you get over and over and over again with that thing. Now, it's not gonna solve all your problems. You're not gonna be any happier as a human being. Don't let that be your main driving force. But I will say that when you look back at that item, or you wear it, or you use it, you just appreciate it ever so much more, and that is also value to you. So spending the extra dollar for the nicer thing, you just feel a little better using that thing. Another reason that this is good is that you actually might end up buying less things overall. The nicer each one of those items is, the generally you want to use it more. Some people have 8 different cameras. They have their phone, they have a disposable camera because that's all the trend these days. They have like a film camera, they have a compact camera, they have a DSLR that's old sitting there. That's a lot of cameras, and frankly, there's a chance that you use 1, maybe 2 of them, and the rest are just sitting there. However, if you bought one nice camera, you bought a really nice mirrorless camera, you spent the money on it, then you want to spend as much time using that thing to get its value as possible. Obviously, not everyone has the luxury to buy really, really amazing, nice things. And so there's always a balance here, right? Like, yeah, I'm not getting the number 1 most expensive thing of a specific category. In fact, sometimes it's actually better to buy the 3rd best thing in the category, right? Because the first one, they just know it's the best, so they charge like crazy. But maybe the 2nd or 3rd one is not quite as expensive, but gives you kind of the same quality. I just think it's better to do it that way than to just buy dirt cheap, get clearance, throw it away, like not use it, just regret having it. Like, this is just a habit that I've done before, and I know a lot of people do, and you just want to get past that cycle. So buy the nicer thing, enjoy the experience more, resell it, get money from it, and just use the quality thing for a lot longer if you can. You don't have to follow everything I say exactly, but I mean, just my perspective, I'm offering it to you guys in case you were curious. Cool, thanks for listening to this talking head video for so long. My name's Mark Kwok. I'll see you guys on the next one.